What's up, guys? It is Thursday night. It is Fantasy and Frames draft show. Welcome in, everybody. We have got a treat for you guys. We have got some of the greatest minds in fantasy football assembled here tonight to do a Scott Fishbowl mock draft. And Joey's also here. So that's going to be a treat. I love you, Joey. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Okay. I'm just teasing. We only tease you because we love you. Guys, everybody, I'm so excited for this. This is going to be such a fun night. We are doing our second Scott Fishbowl expert mock. We have got Jim Coventry. We got Bob Harris. We got Mauricio Gutierrez. We got Joey Wright. We got Sal Leto in the house tonight. I'll start us off. I'll go through all of our special guests. We're going to start off Bob Harris, guys. You know him as the Football Diehard himself. You can find him on Sirius XM and Football Guys. He is at Football Diehard on X. Bob, what's up? How's it going?
I'd say more unusual stuff. It's going fantastic, of course, because I'm here, and this is the greatest place to be, obviously, because all the greatest people are here. So that aside, anything was any better, I'd have to mess something up just to keep the karma in line. There you
go. We have also got Jim Coventry here, you guys. You can find Jim over on RotoWire on Sirius XM. He's at Jim Coventry NFL on the X. Jim, what's up? How's it going?
Didn't lose any hair last year.
Yeah, way to go.
I have got that same shirt, and I actually have a picture of it that I'm going to show you guys in just a second. That was one of my favorite Scott Fishbowl shirts. We also have Joey Wright, guys. He is a community ambassador with Football Guys. And Joey, I don't know what the pigeon holder for Front Yard Fantasy means, but this is what happens when you copy things off people's bios in X. Yeah. And fun fact, everybody, Joey is the very first person that I ever met at the live Scott Fishbowl draft, the first year that I went back in 2022. And Joey, I was looking through my camera today, and I found this.
I was going to say, you're wearing the shirt Jim's wearing.
Yeah, just babies. Look at us. The first person that I met.
Oh, High Club shirt. Isn't that beautiful? That is a one-of-one shirt created for me by Steven Johnson. And now my daughter wears it to sleep in.
Joey's also the official Eagle Screamer. Joey's the official Eagle Screamer of the world. So just to let that know. And the center of photos. Always get an eagle photo from the zoo. It's beautiful.
Stacey, throw that picture back up for a second. Because,
gosh.
Joey, that is the most awkward hug I've ever seen. You got like a fist going on.
What do you do with your feet? My foot, too. Look at my feet. Yeah, that's the
your feet are like, I just noticed that. They are, what's going on there?
What's wrong with me? When a camera comes in front of me, I turn into like the Elephant Man. I apologize to anyone out there that...
You got the fist, too, on the left-hand side?
I don't know what's going on, guys. I fell to pieces. My first time meeting Stacey.
We don't need to do a draft. We can just analyze this picture for an hour.
Exactly. This can be our analysis right here. Oh my goodness. Oh, guys, we have also got Mauricio Gutierrez here. He's an analyst with NFL and Espanol, the founder of Estadio Fantasy and part of the Football Guys team. He's at M. Gutierrez NFL on the X. And I see Hema over here in the chat. Mauricio, she's one of my favorite people ever, and I have such hair jealousy. She has the best hair, and it's just phenomenal, and I just adore her. She's wonderful. And you are also great too. I'm so glad you're here.
She's great. Definitely, she's great. No doubt about it. Happy to be here. Feliz. ¿Cómo están, amigos? How are you?
Yes.
Very good.
Guys, we have also got Sal Leto. He is here. He is the host of the Scott Fishbowl Podathon, which is coming up soon. Sal, are you going to tell us all the dates and times and everything? And you can also make sure to follow him at Sal Leto FF on the X.
Yeah, I'm pretty insulted by the great hair comments. At least three of us are pretty insulted about that. And Kevin's covering up too, but
I'm 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So 4, make it 4. Yeah, we can make it 4.
You know, I have some exciting video of Joey. We spent the weekend in Vegas this past weekend at the Scott Fishbowl Live draft, and I could share that in a private chat. But
if you call me out, I'm going to call you out on what I saw on Fremont.
I thought what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No,
not anymore.
No.
I'm a free spirit. I'll show everybody what happened on Fremont. Yeah, listen, this is 8 year of the Scott Fishbowl Podathon, the S&B Podathon, and we are going back to our roots. It was originally a 24-hour live show that led into the kickoff of live drafts, and we expanded to 36, and it was a whole weekend long, and I'm old. I cannot stay up that long anymore. So July 6th at noon Eastern time, we will kick off, and we have a star-studded lineup as usual. We go right up to noon on Monday, July 7th, which is 1 hour into the online draft. So very excited for that.
Nice. Very fun. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out. We've got 4 of our favorite viewers that are going to be mock drafting with us as well. So just want to shout out to Amber, Brittany, Charlene, and Justin for joining us in our Scott Fishbowl draft. We're going to be doing the first 11 rounds because it's 11, man roster to start. Guys, are we ready? Should we go ahead and kick this off? Jim, you've got the first pick.
Sure.
Ready to do it? All right, I'm going to hit start. Yes, I did want to do that. Let me get the we're on a 2-minute clock here. I'm going to get our screen share also going so you guys can. Okay. Oh, Jim absolutely just pulling the trigger there already. Nice. All right. There we go. Okay, I think we can see that. So you took Jamar Chase overall.
I did.
All right. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know what? I would have the running backs ranked higher. I just feel like durability for receivers a little bit better. I know Chase had a 12-game season. So, yeah, durability, picking this early, got to go a long season. You need points. Missed games are a killer. I have quarterbacks kind of close too. But, yeah, Chase I think is the best bet to stay healthy.
Nice. All right. So I'm actually up, and now I lost my spot in the on my app. Why? Guys, there we go. Okay. I feel like such a boomer sometimes when I'm trying to like mess with my phone in the middle of this. So.
Right.
Bob, that's not insulting to you. You're much older than a boomer.
Fair
Yikes.
Woo, shots fired. All right, I gotta go.
Lowe's has sent me the videos. I can share them too.
Oh no!
Right.
No. Oh, I have some of her by herself that she told me not to post with.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Saquon, and I just want you guys to know I did an FFPC draft, one of the gorillas on Tuesday, and I had the 7th spot, and Barkley dropped all the way to the 7th spot for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a nice little gift. Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Justin is up next, and then Erica and Kevin. You guys are drafting back to back. What do we think about this scoring so far this year with like the extra points? For attempts, we got the extra tight end points. We got a lot of like different things. What do you guys think that's going to like do for, like our running backs here, like Barkley? Do we feel like that's going to like bump them up just a little bit more?
Maybe, it should. I mean, like, if in every fantasy draft, I'm chasing paths to heavy workloads, I'm chasing them even faster here. If that's possible, I'm very quick. So that would, I think that's the plan. Like, and that goes for receivers too. Like, I want to say 8 running backs outscored Jamar Chase last year, but Jim's point is pretty fair too. I mean, who's going to get, similar volume at his position? I don't know if a lot of guys will.
Yeah. We had awesome running back health last year too. So we might see some variance in that this year. We can't expect about everybody floating up to the top, and we're not super seeing that with the ADP. And I am up, and I guess I'm just going to do what I'll likely be doing every time.
Yeah, well, he was a 101 in Vegas in one of the drafts.
Yeah, he was.
I don't have. Do you guys have
the Vegas tax on that?
It was good because I was in the house and I am a Raiders fan, so I let him go.
Do we have any issue with Bowers going first? Do we think? I mean, I think that's probably warranted, right? Anybody?
If you're on sleeper, 3.5 points for a reception. Is that what it works out to be? 3.5 points
I think so, right?
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, and I know the little different scoring system from their bye weeks last year. Bowers and McBride outscored them. It's like 19 points a game to like 16 for Bowers, and from week 5 on, they went like 2 tight ends heavy in Arizona. From that time on, Bowers outscored him, and he's going like later all the time. They're exactly the same player from last year based on numbers, but McBride actually, in my mind, probably gonna be more productive. He was for a lot of the year.
They're only separated like points per game last season in PPR by like 1/10 of a point. Like McBride was 15.6 and Bowers was 15.5.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping Jim would
They're
keep
close.
it down because I was definitely going McBride here if Bowers was gone. And I was like, all right, Jim. Bob Harris is listening. He don't know much about fantasy. Keep it down. But I think you want. If you're on MFL, you want target volume, right? And you want receiving volume. And it's going to be tough for me to pass on running backs here. But I think being a lead guy now, Puka is going to see a lot of targets and a lot of receptions as well.
And this is where you remind yourself that when your cursor is over a player in sleeper and somebody ahead of him goes, you should wait a second so you get the right player.
I was expecting this to happen. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Jaden Daniels for the win. Thank you.
Oh.
Yes.
What? Why are you letting this happen? Come on. We're playing this out, right?
Because I have
Oh.
to took Jaden
What
Daniels.
about-
You know.
By the way, Joey already drafted. He's a cheater. He already drafted.
Yeah. I did take at the 109 who I took in the 109 in Vegas. So I
He
wanted to
went
be as
second,
truthful as
yeah.
possible.
He went
And who fall
102
to
in one of the
Mhm.
leagues in Vegas.
Who
Jetty.
fall to you at 204, Joey?
What'd you say now?
Who fell to
Who
you
fell
at
to you at
204 in
204?
Vegas?
I got Derrick Henry at the 204
Nice.
in Vegas.
Nice.
So I went Genty and then Derrick Henry. Volume is king.
Yes.
Give me a running back that's going to get a lot of carries, and I know they're going to feed him the ball, and that's who I want. But I cannot pass on Josh Allen. He's my 8th overall player in this type of format. And we can play 2 quarterbacks. We don't have to, but the amount of points that Josh Allen can score, I'm ready for that.
Are you guys, so Joey, let me ask you specifically because you already drafted, but like, did you see any teams just not take a quarterback at all in those first 10 rounds?
There were teams that didn't want to do it. Eventually everybody took at least one. I was kind of focusing on my draft. I actually have my draft board open because we're still drafting. So I can pull it up.
Was April in your league, Joey, or the league?
No, she wasn't.
She went quite a way without taking a quarterback, and she outwardly said F quarterback. So she went a long time, probably close to 10 rounds, if not more.
I'm going to pull up my draft board and I'll tell you who the last person to take one was.
I love it. She went 0 QB.
All right.
And this is third round reversal too, everybody. So, I mean, you guys all know this, but just for everybody listening who may not be sure, this is third round reversal. So we are getting that started right now.
Yeah, and this is tough because they don't list the quarterbacks.
Right, I know. I'm trying to pull up. Actually, I'm cheating a little bit. I'm pulling up Andrew Cooper's rankings right now so that I have like a list to go off of.
The Coop.
Yeah, and
Tight ends
Who
all
came
day
with this
long.
format? With this
Right.
Scottish format. The third one reversal, it's back. I love it.
Stacey, do you have someone behind the scenes?
I'm going to go a little crazy and go another tight end right here, and I think he'll be healthy and getting volume again.
I'm going to wait and make sure the draft board is settled. Just for the record, there is no way on earth I would have taken Drake London ahead of any of the wide receivers that went after him in this round or any of the running back that went after him 3 picks later. So with that said, an irritated Bob Harris takes another running back this time.
A crotchety Bob Harris.
Very crotchety now.
Mauricio, don't do it.
Do it, Mauricio.
Don't do it.
Do it.
I'm going to do it, Joey. I'm so
Don't,
sorry.
no,
but I'm
don't. Seriously.
going to do it.
Don't.
I mean,
There he is.
what can I have? What can I have back from you? Not to sniping you, Buck Irving.
No, come on. Don't do it, Mauricio. Oh.
Absolutely
I
do
want
it.
someone else to be
Go
as
ahead.
irritated as me.
Actually,
do it.
Joey, I can do it. Just for sake, I mean, I can do it. I'm going with Kyron Williams. There you go. I'm being a nice person.
I would have gone Williams too.
He was actually higher in my
Mr.
rankings.
Scott
but-
Fish in the chat over here. Scott has entered the chat. Scott, hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you hanging out down there. So I'm so
There's
sorry.
a lot of
I've been
people.
out a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on this show. You'd have to scroll to see where I was
I
hanging
did. I had
out.
to keep scrolling down there. I'm so sorry.
I'm just enjoying it. It's fun to watch. Fun to watch this unfold in front of my eyes.
I needed this reminder about Sleeper before my live draft. I've done 100 drafts in Sleeper, all slow drafts. This was the one I needed.
Which one you doing, Bob? Dallas?
Ooh.
Facing the great Erica.
Ooh.
Cowboys division.
I'm gonna have to get there for that one some year.
This year will be fine.
I'm gone a lot this year. I can't add any more trips. I'm actually looking at canceling one of my trips. So it's
make sure none of them are the European trips.
I just got back from that one. I went to Scotland, and boy, the air travel was a mess. But Bob, you'll appreciate this. I am 45 years old, and one of our flights was delayed so much I had to run from Terminal E, Terminal A at Logan International, like through customs, through security, run to the gate, and they closed the gate on me.
No,
but they reopened it, but I literally had to run the whole way. And
they usually try to accommodate if they know you're there, at least in the airport. They'll give you a fair amount of time.
I'm not in shape. I'm not in run across the airport shape. The movies make it look so easy.
Were you doing like the Home Alone as like everybody's like running through the airport to get there?
Yeah, all of us were, but I got stopped by security for the random check, etc. So my family got on the plane, but I was way after them. Luckily, there were 3 of us that were on the same flight, so they opened it up. I think if it was just me, maybe they wouldn't have. But yeah, it was the running up the escalator, weaving in and out of people, run the whole way type of situation. I swear you only see in movies, but
drop a stiff arm.
Happened to me. Yeah.
I've seen it
before.
OJ
proud.
I was going to do it, but I knew somebody else would.
Yeah. I wish there was a video of that. I'm glad there's no videos like the one of Joey that we have shown in the group chat.
It's amazing.
All the ones of Joey in Vegas.
All the videos of Joey are amazing.
Hey, don't time out. They see. Oh, you got it. All right.
Sorry. No, I was hitting add to queue instead of draft, and I was like, why isn't it drafting? Oh my goodness. I'll get this eventually. I'll get this all figured out. My goodness. All right, so we are moving into the 4th round now. I am back on the clock. Okay, so Jimmy, so you double tapped QB over here with Baker and Justin Fields. Those are fun. Those are fun picks.
Yeah, no doubt. And earlier in the draft, I talked about Chase staying healthy. Well, Fields has to A, stay healthy, and B, not get benched. So let's see how that goes. But obviously, the running quarterbacks and pretty good discount for what he is. And Mayfield, what did he run for? 340 maybe last year? That was kind of crazy. But
tough yards.
Exact. Oh my gosh, when he took out that one defender 30 yards down the field on a block, his teammates will like love him for 40 years for that one. But Scott Fish gives no points for that block.
No, I try to, but the hosting sites just aren't up to snuff for that.
There you go, Travis Hunter.
Jim, my son is at the 311, the 102. He wants Mayfield so bad. He wants Mayfield so bad at the 311. He said his draft is ruined if he doesn't get him there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he gets him.
He did a mock the other day where Mayfield went the pick before him at 311, and he wanted to quit the mock. He was so upset.
Oh,
no. I wouldn't let him.
Oh.
He learned the value of the snipe pick.
Yep. It is fun watching your little kid go through the same stuff we've gone through for 20 years.
Yeah, time to learn some life lessons, pal.
Exactly.
My son got the live Scott Fishbowl experience last year. Didn't go well for him.
Oh no, why not? He didn't. He got sniped, or he just. What happened?
Yeah, I think he actually finished higher than me, so I guess it didn't go well for me either. But yeah, no, the experience live was good, just as team stuff.
Oh, same. All right. Well, I have a quick question for you guys. All right. So I want to get everybody's thoughts on this. So do you guys think it's worth fading like the lower volume, bigger play guys in favor of those high volume like players that, you know, like because of that emphasis, right, on the first downs and on the receptions? And is there anybody that you guys can think of off the top of your heads that, you know, may not be somebody who's going to go early on, but you might be willing to give a boost because of those higher volume, you know, tendencies that they have?
Yeah, the guy I'm going to draft the next round.
I can see that being the case. I will say on MFL, it almost changes a little bit, the sleeper versus MFL in that case, because guys like Jameson Williams and Calvin Ridley and stuff, they still get those targets. Even though they're the boomer bust, they still get the 1 point targets. So they're a little safer on MFL than they are on sleeper for that.
That's true. Yeah.
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 All right.
Well, I guess it's going to be a while before it gets back to me, so I should take a quarterback.
Sal, you.
And I guess I should also probably try to get my first running back, and I'm going to hope that this young man gets a lot of touches this year. He went in the first round. By the way, Liz Loza took him, I think, in the first or second round.
Second round.
Wow.
It's in the second and like two of them.
Yeah, it's funny. We all convinced ourselves that Ben Johnson doesn't like DeAndre Swift because he got traded that year that he was his first season there. All the moves the Bears have not made this offseason says they're just fine with DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh,
Jim, where are you drafting this year?
In Madison, Wisconsin. So I'll be right by the RotoWire HQ. We'll do a live pod from there after the draft is over. That should be some fun, but that'll be Sunday. Real excited about it.
Okay. Oh, so you'll be there on Sunday. So you won't be in Chicago this weekend either.
Correct.
All right. Bob, you gonna be
I will be.
Whoa, who said that?
Me, you know I'll be there.
I know you'll be there, Sal. We were talking about sharing a bed.
Oh.
Wait.
Sal and I
Bob's
often
a
talk
tight-
about that.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Oh,
A
boy,
bed
I
of
should
lettuce.
give you the papers.
A bedroom. Sorry.
Okay.
A bedroom.
That's quite different.
This really is Fantasy and Frames After Dark. Brittany called it earlier.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Guys, we're going so fast through these. You guys are like so on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after you get past these early rounds, I mean, with the open flex, it's kind of like you got to go best player, I feel, right? The best player that makes the sense in the scoring.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I quite like not to worry about positional scare or that you have to draft 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. I really like this format. It is really nice this year.
Yeah.
What do you guys call this? Is like mega flex, like ultra flex? Like
Ryan and I started calling it ultra flex about 10 or 12 years ago. I don't think it truly caught on, but we still call it that.
I like it.
I would like to make a personal thank you to Mr. Scott Fish for this general layout and scoring system. Also, for instituting the third round reversal when it looked like he wouldn't after I picked my spot at 11, as I always do in favor of the third round reversal. I wasn't going to complain. I wasn't going to whine, bitch, moan, but I am grateful.
Here's the thing. Keeping it made the most people happy. You know, and I don't need to rock the boat for, the data says the third round reversal really shouldn't matter much in this format. So,
and listen, I have the 12. I say, screw the people. I try to convince Scott to go live Sunday morning or Saturday morning of the drafts and change it right before the Vegas drafts went off. And he was close. He can't deny it. He was close.
I was 30% there to changing it back right before the drafts kicked off. That's
for chaos.
Just for the chaos.
What do you guys think is going to be like the ideal roster, build for this format? Like,
my
is it more running backs, more QBs? Is it all tight ends? Like,
my son did a 22-round mock of this the other day where he took 11 tight ends.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
It was like 11 and 13 rounds too.
Isn't that what Bob did in this mock last year too?
Last year, yeah. I remember that. That was fantastic.
David, I think like every year, like knowing that I'm going to fail miserably at whatever I do, I try to take some chances or try to do something different or try to do something that I enjoy. Because the season itself is going to be a miserable slog in which each week is a new embarrassment.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds so pessimistic right now.
I can't follow that. There's no way to follow that.
History is hard to argue with.
Going chalk's not going to win you the fishbowl.
No,
you're going to have a unique roster.
Yeah, it's either super weird for the big win or super weird just to be super weird. I'm down for either.
So definitely what about the 21 tight ends and a Philip Lindsay, like Vince is suggesting, right?
That's a big win.
What about the Stone youngest roster? Because I think I only have first and second year players so far.
Do you really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got Bowers, Neighbors, McConkey, Hunter, May, and Harvey. You do have a young roster, Kev.
Yeah. Look, it's just this is the Leo DiCaprio build, the opposite.
And since I put in the fine print, rookie scored double in this format. It's going to be a little.
Look, it pays to read.
Hampton.
Exactly. You got to know the rules. You got to know your craft, as one of my law school professors used to tell us all the time.
I mean, there's an entire section for a guy I drafted, Travis Hunter. So
I'm like Sergeant Schultz. I don't know nothing.
Nice, Sergeant Schultz.
for you kids out there, that's a reference you should Google.
Wow, is it my turn already?
Did someone say the Leo DiCaprio build earlier?
Oh yeah.
See, I hung out with the Leo DiCaprio his day, Bob Hogan. This is Hogan's hero, Bob Crane.
Bob Crane, right?
Yes. Read about his bizarre draft also on the
I was going to say, if you want to have a good Google, read how Bob Crane died.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Right?
I wasn't
did a
actually
movie
there.
about that.
It was in my area, but I wasn't actually there that night.
Were you not?
Got very dark in here. Very dark in here.
That's what he told the judge.
Auto
Allegedly.
the
Everything that we talk about is covered by attorney-client confidentiality. I got you, Bob. We're good. We're good.
Appreciate you.
Holy crap! I just read that. Wow.
Everybody's immedially going to Google.
Oh boy. Oh, rookies. Scott, can I get those real bonus points for the rookies?
The movie about Bob Crane was called Autofocus, if I'm correct. I think it was Greg Kinnear who played him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I have
people who
never
are my
seen
age get that.
a DiCaprio movie.
No?
No, never. Not even Titanic.
What?
was that, Mauricio?
No.
What a hater.
I know.
Did you ever see
It's
him
not
on?
because I'm a hater, Sal.
Did you ever see him on Growing Pains? That was a
No.
long time ago.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Oh
Did
my
Mauricio
gosh,
said
yeah.
he's never seen a Leo
Yeah.
movie, or he doesn't like Leo?
No, I never.
I think it sounds like
never
both,
seen a movie.
actually.
Yeah, is that
Leo
why you've
DiCaprio.
never seen one?
I mean, I don't like him. I could watch movies,
How
but
could you
I
tell?
usually don't like movies where he appears. I don't know.
I mean, that's
Interesting.
So I've never seen the movie E.T. my entire life. It takes some effort. I mean, you can't do, or Forrest Gump. I mean, you
That's
accidentally
a piece
switch
of
past
garbage,
TBS
but-
and
Yeah.
you see a chunk of Forrest Gump. It takes effort to miss every Leo DiCaprio movie. I commend
Yeah.
you, Mauricio.
Everybody's got their blank spots of movies they just missed and they just never went back to, but a whole group of Leo movies. That's
Right?
impressive.
You know what movie I've never
That's
seen?
commitment.
Shawshank. I've never seen Shawshank.
What?
People think I'm out. Yes, I know. That's the movie for me. Just always miss
Right.
it.
I mean,
God.
I try not to be critical of people because obviously I have my own list of movies I've not seen, and people just say you have to see it, which is why I haven't seen them. For the last 30 years, everyone telling me you have to. No, I don't.
Bob, I do that with TV
Bob's
shows.
being
If I listen to
contrarian.
you the shows I have not seen, like Game of Thrones, Never seen it. Sons of Anarchy.
Don't have
Never
to.
seen it.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy is fantastic. Definitely go watch that one. That's a great one.
What's the other one with the guys making the meth? What's that show everybody loves?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Never seen it, and I won't because people say you have to. So I'm like, no,
You
I
have
don't.
to see it, Sal.
I will die and laugh at you all the way to the grave.
It was filmed in my neighborhood when I lived in Albuquerque, so
Now,
so I
now
felt
I'm gonna watch
obligated.
it.
Emil was on that show a couple
He was
times.
on Better Call Saul too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a great show. Better Call Saul is fantastic.
He was on both those shows, and he was on another one that they filmed there. I can't remember what it was. He made like a habit of being an extra. He and his wife.
Extra extraordinaire.
I've seen every movie.
I'm a different.
Yeah,
type of
I was going to say,
I
my
believe
blind
you.
spots are few and far between. I ran a video store for many years. Joey and I have seen a lot of movies.
Joey
Scott,
likes
can I tell
every
you the
single
big one I've never seen? There's
Yes.
one big one.
Oh boy.
I've never seen it, and I'm waiting for a 70 millimeter projection of it, and I will go see it. Lawrence of Arabia. I've never seen it.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Just a strange blind spot.
You have to see it.
I know.
I
I'm
saw
going
that
to.
in the
I'm waiting.
theater when it premiered.
I did.
Yeah. He got his senior
Bob was
discount when he saw it too.
Oh,
Joey
this is gonna
knows-
be fun.
Joey
I'm gonna
knows my
double
favorite
tap some-
movie. I was there when it was made, Treasure Sierra Madres back in the day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's the movie that inspired Indiana Jones.
Oh,
I've
saw
never seen
Indiana
any
Jones.
Indiana Jones movie.
What?
I mean, get out of here.
So we haven't- we haven't-
Any Back to the Future.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
we have a
now
whole theater
we're-
down here in Tampa and they do a classic movie summer, like during the summer. And I just went and saw Raiders of the Lost Ark last Sunday. So good. Those are Kevin, you're missing out, man. Those are great movies.
Are you telling me I have to go see them?
I do. You have to go see it.
I haven't seen any of the Lord of the
And,
Ring movies. I don't know what they're even about. So
No.
Me either, Bob.
So my
There's this
theater-
boy that joins a school that he gets on a train. He goes to the school and he
I've
meets
seen
two
none
friends.
of those
That's
either.
Lord of the Rings music.
Yeah, something about Ewoks and
Yeah.
Oh, I
My
never saw
movie
Harry
theater
Potter
does this thing where once a week they do it once a week, right? The mystery movie, Andrea. Yes, my theater does this thing once a week where they have a mystery movie, and you go and it's like $5. You go in, you go to, and you do. It's a classic movie. No idea what it is until it starts. I wonder what the percentage of people that pay the $5 but then just walk out because they've seen it, or they have no interest.
Yeah.
It's a risky thing, right? Like going to a theater, paying $5, getting your popcorn, sitting down, and then it's a movie that you don't know what the movie's going to be. Joey, how often would you go every week to that?
We have it, and I've gone a few times.
Interesting.
But I have a trivia show on Mondays, and the guy that helps me run it says I can't have any fun anymore, so I don't get to go.
Oh.
Who is the guy that helps you run it?
I don't know. I saw something in the chat asking me if I've seen Miami Connection. Have I seen I own Miami
There you
Connection.
Who has not seen Miami Connection? Or
Miami
any
Connection's
sequel?
awesome.
I don't even know what Miami Connection is.
Nope.
It's
It's very cheap, bad action.
so bad. Filmed on my wife's alma mater, the campus at UCF.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Have you guys ever seen The Room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
That talk about bad. That one's wild.
I've met Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, I've seen the room.
Stop it.
Yeah, he's just like you think he is too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the clock, and I was chatting, but you know what?
You are.
I am
That's
taking
why I said it for 2 minutes.
my
Thank
flag plant of the year.
Why? Tell us why.
I just think he's going to be a league winner this year. He is going as like the 20th quarterback off the board, and the last 2 times we've seen him healthy, he's been a top 12 quarterback, and he was QB 8 in 2022. They've built up around him. They've got Brian Robinson Jr. They got Travis Hunter now. I don't think they really know what's going on with the running back game. The Jacksonville defense really hasn't gotten that much better. I think Trevor Lawrence is finally going to have the season we've been waiting for him to have. Not like a Peyton Manning season, but I think he's going to have a top 12 quarterback season. And he's going so late. You can get him. You can just sit back, build up your roster with all these great running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends, and then just go get Trevor Lawrence in like the 12th round.
Yeah. Why can't he do what Baker Mayfield did? Like
He's got Liam Cohen now.
Yeah, and Liam Cohen shortened
absolutely
Baker
can.
Mayfield's ADOT too. So prioritizing like easier throws, like to Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, and paid $10 million to De'Ami Brown for some reason. I mean, there's no reason why they can't, be a top 5 passing offense.
Man, I think Baker's
Has anybody else-
misunderstood. Baker was great as a rookie, and then Freddie Kitchens caved in the second year. He's bad. Baker was very good his third year. Then he tore up both shoulders in 2021, and of course he had a bad year. And then he got run out on a rail. Next year, to 2 teams. Since then, 26 touchdowns, 41 touchdowns. Any year he's had a decent situation, he's been good. But everybody thinks he's terrible because of the 3 years, the situations. I don't know.
Yeah, he's still got that stink on him from like Carolina and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like it's almost unfair. And I think just because they were number 1 overall quarterbacks, like they, like we did with Marvin Harrison, he was an abject, disappointment because he was drafted so high, and they carry that stink for years and years.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. Sorry, Stacey.
Oh no, I was just gonna say something silly. Like, have y'all seen Marvin Harrison lately with his giant gym? Like, are you working out with Marvin Harrison? Is that what's going on? Is that why he's gotten so jacked?
Shh, we're keeping that quiet. Got him on the program, man. We're gonna get big.
Get me on your program, Jim.
Yeah, but the age comes with it. You don't want that.
I want to ask you guys a tight end question. I want to know, all right, so we decided, right, 3.5 points extra per reception for our tight ends. I want to know total. So I want to know who are some of your mid-tier, late-round tight ends who are going to see a boost from this extra little bump that they get in the scoring format. And I want to know because I need to take a tight end.
He's gone, but Njoku.
I feel like that.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Jonas Smith as well.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else give me a late one? Give me a late one.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't every year promote Jeremy Ruckert, since I know him since he's 6 years old, and this is probably his last chance as a New York Jet to get that opportunity. He did play with Justin Fields in college, has his most memorable touchdown catch in the Big Ten championship from Justin Fields. So I'm excited for him. They'll maybe finally get a chance. They did draft the player in the second round, but they project similarly. So I'm hoping he gets a shot very late. I'm going to take him like I do every year on my 22nd pick.
I think Dallas Goedert and Dalton Kincaid could be top 10 in this format.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
have to look at. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No. Go ahead.
You got to look at teams so maybe they don't have a defined wide receiver too. I think that the Jaguars do. I like Brenton Strange, but Pat Freiermuth,
this is the year, right? This has got to be it.
DK Metcalf is the wide receiver 1 there, but Aaron Rodgers has no rapport with anybody there. Who's to say he doesn't start leaning on Freiermuth? And this
could finally be the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There goes my cue.
I'm trying to say, shut up, Joey. I'm on the clock, man.
Well, you got him, Jim. You got him. You did
Henry Freiermuth. My queue is empty.
Tight end run. Stacey opens up her mouth there.
I got sniped on crap.
Stacey.
I had them in there, and I was like, I need to get a tight end. Who is left over here? Who's still there? But
I'm not saying because I still need some.
Right.
I know.
I loved your Stafford pick,
the tight end girl too. Well, okay, so now let me ask you guys a quarterback question over here, right? So we're getting 6 points for all these touchdowns, including our passing touchdowns. So it's not just like the 4 points like in regular formats. So does this boost our pocket passers like a Jared Goff, right? Does that give you a little bit more incentive to take somebody like him as opposed to maybe taking, going with one of the elite guys with their, running ability earlier?
When I ran my scoring on this, the mobile quarterbacks obviously came out at the top. But then what I saw was the second tier, the quarterback 2s, they were placing right around 60 players off the board. So I think it's the top ones are like a super flex pick, but then the second tier ones are very viable once you have running back 2, the end of running back 2 and wide receiver 2 range. That's where the quarterback 2s are fitting in. That's where I think the value is.
I love that pick, Kevin. I like Bryce Young, man. You look at that stretch down the season at this price.
So good.
I think that's fantastic.
We think they're taking a next step forward there in Carolina this year. Are we excited about that offense?
even if they stay in the same place, what we saw, Bryce Young turned into the guy they drafted would be. All of a sudden, he could process information quickly, find the open man, beat the blitz. Started with that Kansas City game and extended from there. Maybe it was the benching. Maybe it's Dave Canales actually is a genius, whatever it is. Maybe Bryce Young was good enough to be the first pick overall in the 2023 draft. Who knows? We'll find out.
All those OTA videos of him practicing on 2-foot stilts.
Yes,
that's gonna really help.
I think that first season there was like that one photo from training camp where he looked like a small child standing behind his offensive line in the huddle. I mean, I just think people looked at it. Wow.
Can you imagine if they put a picture of him next to Derrick Henry, like that one Derrick Henry one from college?
Oh my gosh!
They take him to Lost and Found.
Who was it? Who's the little guy on the Cowboys? The running back?
Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn. What's the picture of him next to somebody else like last season during training camp that came out? And he just looked like a little child. Yeah.
I don't remember, but I believe it.
I look like a little child whenever I'm around Scott Fish, but it's just because I admire him so greatly and I just feel like a kid again.
Sure. I have a hot take on the 6-point versus 4-point quarterback thing. When it comes to drafting, it doesn't really matter. I mean, when you're drafting projections, a quarterback that scores 20 more touchdowns, that's barely a point a week difference. And it's a projection. It's super variable. Now, week to week in season, when you're doing a start sit on that, it's a lot more. It means a lot more. Like there's a lot more data there. It's but when you're doing projections in the middle of the off season, I don't care about 6 points versus 4 points. It may be a little hot, but I mean that 1 point per game that can be erased by variance. I don't really care.
What'd you say, Bob?
That hurt, Joey. That one hurt.
It's okay. It'll be okay, Bob.
Sure.
Oh, you take down. Oh, Bob. That's twice now. You sniped me on Herbert and Ertz.
That's why I keep no tight end talk for you, Stacey Perez.
I know. That's what happened. So last year when we did this, I got super into the tight ends, and then at the draft, I went just ham on my tight ends. But I got some good. I got Bowers. I got some nice ones in that. Didn't help me because poor Nico Collins getting hurt. But still fun. Still fun build.
Did he go?
I like that not a lot of people have cared this year about the sleeper versus MFL differences in scoring. I think after the last 3 years, they realized I'm gonna balance it. The one thing I haven't seen talked about is how first downs are still an extra point on MFL, meaning Derrick Henry scores a rushing touchdown. He gets 7 points on MFL, but he gets 6 on sleeper.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've seen anyone really talk about.
No, I don't think I'll ever forgive you for it. So I'm not sure. Not sure I want something you want to bring up with me. So
I don't think you'll ever convince me to use MFL anyway.
I can't wait till 2 people in the final have them both, and then they'll be like, "Wait, what?"
I draft one running back per team anyway every year, so it doesn't matter.
I would have had one running back, or I would have had one wide receiver on this team were it not for the dreaded sleeper slide.
Trademark.
What's a sleeper slide?
So you have your cursor over the guy you want to pick, and then somebody picks the player ahead of him in the queue, and the thing moves up while you're trying to draft really fast and look like I know what I'm doing.
I mean, that's how I got her. So I tried to act all cool, like that's what I meant to do. Nope.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with PPR machine. Wandale Robinson. Why not?
Mr. Irrelevant.
There you go. Oh,
I was gonna go Loveland instead of Theo Johnson, but I did not.
I love it. I love this. All right. I want everybody to talk about their favorite picks. We'll just go down the road. Jim, tell me your favorite pick. It doesn't have to be from your team, but it can be.
Oh wow, from any team. Let's see here.
Any team.
I think Joe Burrow is great. Where he fell in the, I don't even know what the name of the team is. Sweating something. I don't know what the
That's
rest
Charlene.
Oh, Charlene. Yeah, I like the Joe Burrow pick there because quarterback scoring and where he went. Yeah, I think Joe Burrow is going to be beautiful for that. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, I like that pick. All right, Erica, tell me your fave.
I haven't seen Bijan slide to the 4th like spot at all in any of the mocks that I've done. So I'm very happy to get Bijan as my 101.
Yeah, that is super nice. Kevin, it can't be Bowers. You can't say Bowers.
Come on.
No.
The fact that you're able to get Brian Thomas at Stacy at 211 like just speaks to that big tier of like after Nakua, like that whole tier is like awesome, and then it gets really flat after that. So like Brian Thomas is, I mean, I would personally have him on St. Brown as the end of the tier, but still that tier ending there, being able to get a guy like that at 211, even when you have the quarterbacks going, like getting him ahead of like Mahomes. Like that feels really good for people at, the 101, 102 before you get kind of stuck on the third round reversal and have to wait for your third round pick. Like that feels fun.
I was really hoping that like St. Brown, Neighbors, Collins, like those three that just went like in a row right there. I was really hoping one of those would fall, but I was happy to.
I did my part.
You did. See, you helped.
I didn't do. No.
I'm doing my part.
I think Joey, you're up next.
Not just because I saw his sweet dance moves on Fremont Street. I think Jalen Waddle is getting drafted way too low this year. And anyone that gets him in the 8th round in a super flex or ultra flex league, Sal, I loved your Jalen Waddle pick.
Yeah, thank you. Can't disagree with you.
It seems like you're really appreciative.
Show up in Chicago. I'll show you just how much, big guy.
I do need to make an announcement. I will be showing up at an SFB live event. I'm not going to say where I'm going to be. I will be at one this weekend.
Is it like where in the world is Joey Wright? Like Carmen San Diego?
This weekend it is.
I am biting my tongue so hard.
Wright.
So hard.
I love it. Joey, I hope that we're going to be in the same one. That would be so fun. It's not though, is it? Or can you eliminate? Okay.
I can't eliminate. I can tell you it's not Lithuania. It is not.
I found out.
I'm going to type it backwards in the chat, everybody.
Is it in the contiguous United States?
I can't say anymore.
Oh my God.
Mauricio, tell me your favorite.
My favorite is Justin Fields 401, Jim Coventry. It seems like a reach for Justin Fields there, but in this format, I think he has top 5 upside. I really love it. I prefer him over Bo Nix, Drake May, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy. I love that pick. QBs that can run in this format with the first down points and all that stuff. It's awesome. Love it.
Nice. All right, Bob, you're up.
The best pick of the draft was Amber in the second round, 2-5, getting Devon Achane, who I meant to pick instead of Drake London, which would have completed my running back trifecta to open this draft. Probably would have changed the entire trajectory of my life, a day that I will never forget as long as I live.
I'm gonna bring it up the next time I see you, Bob.
I appreciate that. I know I can count on everybody here.
Are running backs your new tight ends for this year?
I think volume running backs are going to be a big deal in this season. But like I always do in these drafts, I'm trying to take it to an extreme, probably more than I should, and only so I can have it as an excuse. Say, well, I just was goofing around when I get my ass kicked.
Can I ask you a Pacheco question since you took him in the 6th round?
Yes.
Yeah, this is how do you feel about him coming back this year? Because it wasn't super great for him when he came back for his injury last year. You feel like he's moved past that? He's going to be back to normal?
Remember when Tony Pollard came back from the same injury and it wasn't great for him for about 10 games or so? So, like, I look at the volume the first 2 games up to when he got hurt. It was like 19 carries, 15 carries. Like, expecting him to get back to that again. And I know we've all convinced ourselves that the Chiefs are suddenly going to become nothing but deep ball throwing maniacs with all those wide receivers. I think they would still like to run the football. And I still think Pacheco's the best back for that if he's back to normal. And then at this price, I think it's not unreasonable gamble to find out if he gets that full workload.
Yeah. All right, Sal, bring us home.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. I thought I was on mute when I coughed. I apologize for that.
Okay.
I like Breece Hall in the 4th round, and I like him because I think he's healthier. Another year there, and he had a lot of targets last year, a lot of targets. So if you're on MFL, you're getting the targets. If you're on If you're on a sleeper, you're getting 2.5 points for the receptions. And he gets volume. He gets about 14, 15 carries a game on top of that, so you're getting the points there. And he's got pure breakaway speed. He's proven that in the past as well. So Breece Hall in the 4th round, I like.
So let me ask you this then. So like, can you maybe like calm some people's nerves if they're worried about taking Breece Hall because now Justin Fields is there?
Yeah, because I don't know if they probably are gonna put plays in specifically for Justin Fields to run, but they'll also do, some plays where they're both out there, and he could just flip it out to Breece, and it'll give him that outside edge to take it all the way up the field. He's a solid weapon. You don't just take a weapon like that and dispense of him because you brought in a quarterback that's gonna run the ball as well. So I think that he'll be fine in that offense, and you don't want to be pounding Justin Fields in close either because you want to keep him healthy. So
yeah,
I think this all will be fine.
I don't know, Sal. I really feel like that they're going to start lining up Jeremy Ruckert in the backfield a little more often.
Yes.
They've done it. There is rumor that he'll play fullback. He has done it. He has blocked for Breece Hall out of the backfield before. It's very possible.
I feel like we've done a disservice here. It's a great Jeremy Ruckert, if I'm not mistaken. It's not just Jeremy Ruckert.
It is the great, and
it needs the gravitas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have a question that's not on the show sheet. Am I okay to go off rails here a little bit?
Absolutely not. No way.
No.
I don't remember the last time I did a show with a show sheet, to be honest. Maybe NFL Network.
It's type A. It's occupational hazard. I can't help it. All right, guys. I would like from you guys. I would like a Scott Fishbowl scoring sleeper that you want to take in like one of the later rounds that might be traditionally overlooked in regular formats. I'll let anybody go first, or I'll start calling on you guys.
Bo Melton is also playing on defense.
Yeah, Bo Melton's playing defense. There you go.
So I think Isaiah Likely, who didn't go off in the first 10 rounds here, has a real possibility. There's rumors about Andrews. I don't think he's going to be traded now at this point. You never know what happens late in the offseason, but Likely took a step forward last year and could become a more every down player.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I think it's probably a tight end, right? Whether it's one of the ones like some of the ones that went, I think are great. Did Kyle Pitts go?
No. He did.
Yeah,
yeah, Joey, last round. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I think there's even some guys like if something. Well, I don't know that there'll be enough injuries for Kate Otten to be a thing, but I do think some of these late tight ends could end up having some value.
Chigakonkwo.
He's
mine. Yeah.
I'd like to say him, but he would like me not to, or last year's Chigakonkwo would like me not to. But yes, in this scoring format, I think those are all like pretty much everyone outside that top 20-ish range. I mean, we can go down. I'd probably take a chance on Mason Taylor, the great Jeremy Ruckert notwithstanding.
Mason Taylor was in my queue. I was waiting for someone to snipe him from me. That was going to be like my last pick.
But I think Likely is great. Did Tyler Ward go in this draft?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's probably the look. He went too high. But you could even take chances like in the last round, like on a Jatavius Sanders, just somebody who has a job that nobody is really, threatening in an offense that might be rising, might not be a bad play for the final pick.
Nice. Mauricio, do you have one?
Is the Titan offense rising this year?
No, the Panthers.
I mean, Tyler Lockett could be a target hawk for Cam Ward this year.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. So
I like him. Yeah, in late rounds.
I have a question also too, real quick for you guys, because I see this in the chat over here. I'm a huge Xavier Restrepo fan, and I've been taking him in the late rounds of a lot of my drafts. Am I alone on this island, or are you guys on board?
You're not, Stacey. I'm taking Xavier Restrepo, Tyler Lockett, or even Eli Kayumainer as the wide receiver. Anyone can end as the wide receiver 2 for the Titans this year, and it's going to be a better offense with Cam Ward. So I'm taking anyone that I can take at the late rounds. I love it.
Nice. All right, last call for sleepers.
Juwan Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah, all those years he's about 500 yards, and they never thrown the ball more than 50 times. They might have to throw it to him more this year. If Olave or Shaheed get hurt or have injuries, they don't have much behind them. So I think they're going to be 2 tight ends, and Taysom Hill won't be around after that ACL tear. So yeah, Juwan Johnson could do something this year.
Nice. Oh, the Saints. Well, that's a good way to bring it home. Relying on Tyler Shaw. Yeah. I feel bad for Saints fans this year. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us and spending your evening with us. Thanks to everybody in the chat and all of our other folks who drafted along with us. Guys, I want everybody to go through and tell me again, stuff that maybe something that you're working on that everybody can kind of look forward to, and where they can find all of your content. Jim, I'm going to start with you and then go down the row.
Everything's on the X at Jim Coventry NFL. I have a face for radio, but they have me doing videos for some god unknown reason. But I can't hide my face, so it is what it is. But yeah, those are all there. Threads of the day, stats of the day, something to do.
Nice. Bob, what are you working on? Anything fun? Anything you want to share?
This and that, the other thing, the usual stuff. You can find me on the X at the Football Diehard, the Blue Ski as well. I go there too. So same name. And also Monday, July 7th, the Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio channel turns back into a football channel, and the Football Diehards will return 5 nights a week.
Easy timing on that.
Yes.
Easy timing on that.
Go figure. And then once the season starts, by the way, be tuned in during the exhibition and the preseason, July and August, because you'll have 2 days off from me. Once the season starts, it's 7 days a week, people, on the Sirius XM. And of course, all my written work at the footballguys.com website.
Yes. Bob, so we like to say, because Kevin is also on Blue Sky, we like to say that everybody can go skeet at Kevin at his handle there. Because I have heard people refer to it instead of tweeting that. And I just like to keep that going. So.
We're not doing the skeeting.
We are absolutely skeeting. So you can skeet at Bob as well over on the Blue Sky.
Skeet all over Kevin over there.
Please do.
Easy there.
Okay.
As Vince said, when was our show ever on the rails? And Vince is right. Mauricio, tell the people out here where they can find you and what you got going on lately for us.
At M. Gutierrez NFL in almost all social media. If you want to learn Spanish or to Español in fantasy football, there you go. And with NFL Fantasy en Español, you can see our original content at the NFL Fantasy app. Also, Estadio Fantasy Podcast, the Los Fantásticos Podcast. My draft guide is going to drop tomorrow on sale. So if you want, again, Español analysis, that's the one you want. And I think that's it. Well, Football Guys as well. I'm writing for Football Guys in English and Spanish. And during the season, I'm going to be commenting NFL games through Game Pass in the Zone in Spanish as well.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
Wow.
Mauricio, I'm just looking forward to an article of you comparing luchadors to NFL players. That's what I want to do.
Actually, Scott, I already did that podcast. After Worlds Collide,
Okay.
I had Penta, Mystery Iguana. Mystery Iguana was actually Devon Chan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Vikingo?
El Vikingo, I don't know who I compare it to. I don't remember, Kevin, but it was really fun, and I'm going to do it an article in English for you guys. Yeah, in Football Guys, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Joey, tell everybody where they can find you, what you got going on, and
I
tell
don't
us where you're going to be this weekend. Where are you going to be this weekend?
I can't say, but I can't say where I'm going to be. I am not important. I want to shout out one of our new writers at Football Guys, Josh Balsing. His work has been incredible. You can follow him on Blue Sky at Dynasty Decode. Everyone go follow Josh. He is fantastic. Everybody knows who I am. I need no more credit in this industry. Josh needs all the love in the world.
Do you want to put Josh's info in the chat?
Sure.
There you go.
I can put that in there.
Thank you. Sal, what do you I know we got the Podathon coming up here. Tell us where all they can find you, where they can find that. Give us all that good info.
Luckily for you guys, I like to talk about myself, Joey. So I'm going to buy the Murillo Spanish version of fantasy football because I cannot win in English. So I'm hoping to change my luck. I'm going to join the Jim Coventry Get Jack train this summer. And the Podathon you can find that on the Fantasy Cares YouTube network, and a couple other places. Just follow Fantasy Cares everywhere. Fantasy Cares ORG across all social media platforms. You will find the links to watch the Podathon July 6th, noon in the East, going 24 hours to July 7th, noon in the East. And I am on the Scott Fishbowl Live Tour. Vegas last week, Chicago this weekend. I'll be in New York City. I'm going to probably go to Philadelphia with Scott as well, and possibly Orlando. That's a little up in the air right now. But,
yes, come to Orlando.
To city, I might be able to make it if you invite me to your city. But.
Erica and I are going to be in Orlando, so you should definitely come hang with us in Orlando.
You're invited to Minneapolis.
You come to Orlando too?
That is one I can say because I live in Orlando. So
yeah, I know. Oh, I haven't you weren't there last year, so I didn't get to see you last year.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to keep my distance from you. So what can I say?
You know.
Whoa.
Gloves are off.
I'm kidding.
Yes. Erica, you have your live draft coming up soon, right?
Yes, me and Bob are drafting on Sunday in Dallas.
Yes, excellent. Kevin, when is yours?
The 12th of July, I will see Scott and maybe other people. If Joey wants to come out there, Sal wants to make the trip up there,
Nice.
Is that Minnesota?
I think they will both be in Orlando that day.
Yeah.
Will be
Minnesota
on
is on the 2026 agenda. Yeah.
Yes, Scott. Tell the people. Oh yeah, we're 2020. Yes.
Minnesota for me. Yes, for sure.
Minnesota. I need to travel for one year. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess traveling. I mean, driving down I-4 doesn't count. So.
Come to Vegas. Vegas is.
Listen. You don't have to ask me twice to come to Vegas. Scott Fish, thank you for joining us so much. Tell the people where they can find you and oh no, come on now.
I'm just hanging out. People know where to find me.
Well,
follow me on Blue Sky. It's at Fantasy Decode. Go follow me on Blue Sky.
we can go see you on Blue Sky. Scott, you posted looking for women who have not played in the Scott Fish Bowl yet this morning.
I did. I do that yearly. We got probably between the social medias, we probably got 50 or so women in today, which was awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Are we still looking for more ladies to join the
Absolutely. Bring
it.
Girls, we are in the final 200 spots available, and we want to get them gone this weekend. So.
Yes. Well, there we go. There's 200 more spots. I want 200 more ladies messaging you, Scott, to get in the fishbowl. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Charlene,
absolutely.
Charlene messaged in the chat. I don't know if you put those on the screen when they do that. But Charlene, I don't care if they're on Twitter, Blue Sky, anything. They don't even need a social media account. If you have a friend you're trying to get in, let me know. Send me a message.
All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for everybody hanging out, joining us tonight, watching online. It has been an absolute blast. Guys, we will be back next week with some other content a little bit earlier in the week since it is 4th of July. But beyond that, we will see you again for some more draft. I think we're doing a fast draft app, little tutorial on everything next week. So it should be a good time. So until then, we will see you all later. Everybody.